Okay, how do we end this? Because
You
it's
went
going
to
nowhere.
2
How do we
sessions.
end this?
Do what you said you were going to do.
Divorce you?
Get it done because you've lived it every day since that day. You lived it. You come to me and you said, hey, you're not worthy of my affection. You're not worthy of my attention. You're not worthy of me being Christ-like towards you because you don't make enough money. I'm going to get my own job. This is what I want.
I got my own job because okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't supporting you. I wasn't paying the bills. That's because you got your own job. Right?
You didn't have a job.
When did I not have a job? When did I not have a job?
November of last year.
November of last year?
Yeah. And October.
October I was working for landscape workshops.
No, that ended October 1st.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I started in December.
Mm-hmm.
I did mammo in November
You did that for a week.
to make money, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
You asked me
wait,
when
wait,
you didn't
wait,
have a
wait.
job.
Wait.
You asked me when
Okay.
you didn't have a job, so I answered
In our
that.
married life,
How do
when
we-
did you not have a job?
How do we answer? How do we end this? Because there is nothing.
I know. Back
There's
to
no-
you. There's nothing that gets past this. There's nothing. You can't be challenged.
You don't have a heart. You don't have a heart that Jesus can mold. Your heart is so full of stone.
Really?
That is why I haven't done anything.
Wait.
Because
No,
I'm being
stop
led
for
by
a second.
Jesus
Stop
right
for
now.
a second.
I'm
Christ
being
telling
led.
you that? Christ told you that.
What?
That you have the right to say, because of how he is, I don't have to obey you, Jesus. I don't have to obey you, Jesus. I don't have to obey you, Heavenly Father.
I have no idea what
I-
you're talking about.
Well, you just said it. That's what you just said. You said, here's your excuse. You said, Brad, you don't have a heart for Christ. You don't have a heart that God can mold. You don't have a heart that God can change. That's what you just said.
That's
Did
what I
not hear
see.
you?
That's what I see.
That's what you see,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Right.
And so your excuse for the behavior, the way you treat me, is what? Oh, I don't have to, Lord, because he's not lovable. He's not got a heart for you. He's not got... Okay, where in Scripture does it excuse your behavior towards your husband because of his behavior? Where in Scripture?
When my husband
No, it doesn't say blame
physically
your husband.
and when my husband abuses me
Oh, there you go.
physically and emotionally, and
There
that
you
has
go.
been over and
There
over
you go,
and over.
There you go. Somebody told you you've been abused because your husband disagrees with you.
That's
Somebody told you your husband has abused you and
Hitting
you
me.
disagree with you.
pushing me is not abuse. Hitting me and pushing me
When
and
have I
screaming
hit
in my
you
face.
and pushed you in the last year?
I'm keeping my distance for my own safety.
Oh, it's been more than a year. Right?
How do we end this? Because
Do
your
what
youngest
you-
son is
do-
hearing everything.
He should.
Okay.
I'm not afraid for them to
Okay.
hear this.
Okay.
Do what you sat here and said you were going to do, which every step, every day you've done. You have lived a divorced life because you made that decision. You said, I want a divorce. That's how I'm going to live my life. I want to live it apart from you.
And you
And
haven't
every
heard
day-
anything
every day.
in the meantime. You haven't heard anything in the videos that we've watched in the meantime.
In the videos that we watched.
In the videos we are watching in Sunday school. In the meantime, when your marriage is at a point where you can't do anything about it. In the meantime, what do you do?
There is something we can do about it.
What is it we
But you
can
don't
do?
want to do it.
What?
There's counseling. You refuse to go to counseling. You
I
sat
went
there.
to counseling
You
with you,
sat-
and you
No,
would
no, no,
continue
no, no,
to
no.
abuse me.
No.
She gave up on us because there was no thing.
She gave up on you because you said, point blank,
You're such a
I wouldn't
narcissist.
wish this relationship on my worst nightmare.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Nobody deserves to be treated like this.
Treated like how? How are you being mistreated? You've got it in your mind you're being abused. You've got it in your mind that you're being mistreated. Yet how you treat me is not mistreatment. It's not abuse. It's not anything but Christ-likeness. You are so Christ-like towards me, and I am nothing but vile and evil towards you.
So tell me what happened at Man Church tonight.
Man Church, tonight, they challenged us to pray with our wives daily. They challenged us to have time with our wives daily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I think, okay, how am I supposed to pray with my wife when she can't stand me?
Become a person that she can.
Whoa.
Become a person that.
Yeah, there you go.
That she can stand.
That become a person that she can stand. Now, here's what I've got. I've got to be somebody that you find favorable, attractive,
You used to
Christ-like. Okay? I used to be how? I am more committed to Christ now than I've ever been in my life. Okay? I'm more dedicated to doing what He is asking me to do than I ever have. I am a lot less control, a lot more controlled at games and hollering. And you saw it. You told me you didn't want to sit by me because I was yelling at the officials. Right? So the next half, I didn't yell at the officials once. Okay? Correct? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, honestly. 5 years ago, would that have happened?
No, I would have been shunned and cussed at, which is what happened when we were at the Spain Park game. When I asked you to stop yelling and you cussed at me.
5 years ago?
Probably. That's when when did you hit the Mercedes?
About 5 years ago.
Okay.
Right. So, now, I'm trying to make a point here, okay?
Okay.
By your own definition, you don't like that behavior. You can't stand me because I do this.
You still do it. You still scream and make a fool out of yourself at games.
By your definition.
By
your definition.
How is that Christ-like? How is that Christ-like? So I go by Jesus' definition.
Okay. How did Jesus say that we're supposed to partake? I'm curious. Okay? There are a lot of people who root and holler and scream at games. And none of them Christians. Because they root and holler and scream at games.
They're not behaving in a Christ-like way.
Okay. Is Zach and the student section not behaving in a Christ-like manner when they go, scoreboard, scoreboard? Now, it may be immature. It may not be required. But it's not Christ-like. It may just be immature behavior.
Okay.
Okay?
And so at 53, you're still doing it.
I still do stupid stuff, yes.
Okay. All right.
I still make immature things. I still think wrong thoughts. I still have challenges.
You still doing pornography?
No.
Since when?
I have been battling it, but what do you mean since when? Since I've been accountable to Chris, and we talk on a weekly basis?
Which is when?
Which is when what?
When did you start being accountable to Chris?
Ask Chris, but it's been over a year now.
And you still talk to him weekly?
Yes. Now it varies on the day. Last week it was on Friday. It's supposed to be on Wednesdays. Sometimes it's on Mondays because his schedule has changed.
And you don't think having the affairs you have with pornography should affect my relationship with you at all? You don't think that should affect it at all?
Man.
Because everything I've learned about Christ is He
forgave.
Gives you the strength to say no to those things.
And He forgave.
So it's okay for you to go ahead and do it because He's going to forgive you.
For me to do it.
But that's the way you've treated it.
But Christ forgave.
That's the way you've treated it
but Christ
because you told me
forgave.
you've done it since you were 11, 12, 13, whatever.
But Christ forgave. See, here's the thing.
It,
You don't want to forgive me for anything. You want to say I'm abusive? You want
I
to
don't
say
see a changed behavior for forgiveness. I don't see a changed behavior.
No. Stop for a second.
If I
Hear
talk
what
to you
just
about
said.
something, if I talk to you about something, it becomes this, where I'm tense. I couldn't sit next to you at that game. Jordan, sitting in front of us, did not say a word that whole half because he was as tense as I was because of the way you are with the referees. And it's not unknown to you that we don't like that behavior. I don't sit with you at games because that behavior makes me